So it turns out that the people that were calling you too toxic because you were gamers are actually too toxic to work in the gaming industry. What the heck am I talking about? Well, let's find out on That Game Plays. Hi friends, it's me, CC, here with That Game Plays. And I've got a buddy over here that is amazing. It's Stone Cold Loki. How you doing, Loki?
Doing great, especially hearing the news. We've got big news today, so let's get to it.
All right, we're going to jump right into the story. It's kind of wild, right? That former Sweet Baby Inc. employee implies that developers do not want to hire him after working for Campbell's company. And if you don't know what that is, that's, what's that called, Loki?
Sweet Baby Inc.?
Yeah, that's right, Sweet Baby Inc. So, are you surprised by this before we even read anything? Are you surprised that this is a problem?
No, not at all. You know what? That this was supposed to change the industry. They have been poo-pooing on gamers left, right, and center. It's not about you, the gamer. It's not about the person that needs to be enjoying the game. It's their agenda and their corporate push and what they want to do and what they want to teach you, not what you want to enjoy. So no, I'm not surprised in this. At the least, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, me either, which is, not surprising. But let's get into the story itself. A former Sweet Baby Inc. employee, Kazuma Hashimoto, revealed that developers did not want to hire him because he worked for the video game consultancy. There it is, in black and white, or in this case, gray and black. But look, I'm not surprised. I think when you start to find out what they're really about, if you're any kind of game developer, you realize that this person is going to be a problem, nothing but, because they're only driven by their activism and not by their ability to do great games. So Hashimoto was recently featured in an article written by Zachary Small at the New York Times. He's part of the reason that we have a lot of garbage being inserted into the gaming industry, where he claimed that Japanese people were not upset about Assassin's Creed Shadows. See, that's propaganda right there. And claimed that much of the pushback against the game and one of its main characters, Yasuke, was being done by Westerners using translators. Loki, you think that's true?
No, not at all. I think that this game's gotten pushed back from the West. I think it's gotten pushed back from the East. They know they don't want it. They know that UB has pulled this out of their backsides, and Hashimoto there has perpetuated the BS that's been going out to everybody. And they're getting called on it. I'm not surprised no one wants to work with these people now.
Yeah, neither am I. So he told the New York Times that it was people in the West who were upset with seeing Yasuke as a samurai. Small added that Hashimoto explained that many of the negative online comments written in Japanese appeared to have been roughly translated from English. Loki, do you think they may have been translated roughly from Japanese to English, maybe?
That's more likely than the other way around, yes.
I think so, too. So in a recent Twitch stream discovered by YouTuber Smash JT, who's been absolutely killing it out there, Hashimoto provided more details about the New York Times, saying a couple of months ago, the New York Times actually got in touch with me to ask me about Assassin's Creed, in which I was like, yeah, reception's honestly kind of positive, and a lot of comments you'd see under videos were straight up Google translated comments, which is pretty obvious. Now, for no reason would I accept this, because we know some of the YouTubers that have been involved, some of the Japanese YouTubers that have been involved. We've cited them, or I should say, John cited him in articles. Spencer cited them in articles over at Bounding. And look, if you are trying to find out the truth, all you have to do is do a little bit of research, because here on this channel, I think we've done a couple videos about it. What do you think, Loki?
I think we've done a lot of videos, and I think the more excuses these guys throw out, the more we're going to call them on it, the more we're going to be here to follow up and say, no, you don't get to get away with that.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you that he did note, apparently, how annoyed the Japanese people are with certain aspects of the game. And people are annoyed. See, this guy says 1,000 times. With some of the inconsistencies and issues with Shadows, which is the buildings and stuff being wrong in certain clothing and whatnot. Or the fact that the art team basically stole a sign from a reenactment troupe in Japan. All of that's true. So that is definitely something the Japanese people are upset about. They're very upset about those things. They're also upset about the fact that basically the lore that they're working off of is entirely a lie. And even one of the creative folks at Ubisoft have admitted that. He says that's pretty common because you're working with such a large team of artists. Sometimes they're sort of given the direction to Google things and make mistakes. It's more like you're working with a team of people that speak multiple different languages, and whether or not they can communicate with each other is an issue. And that's just become part of game development. Do you accept that excuse there, Loki?
No. These people, this is a multi-billion-dollar company that makes games. If you are an artist, then you go to the research team. The research team is not Google Meisters are us that just go on the internet and Google everything. They go to Japan, they look at reenactments, they watch this stuff. They know exactly what they did and why they did it. Same with the buildings and everything else they've done with this game. They know what they are doing.
Oh, I agree with you. So, continuing on later in that particular stream that Smash JT found, Hashimoto claimed he did not work on Assassin's Creed Shadows. So, why is he even commenting on it? You have to wonder. He says, I can say I didn't do any consultation work on Assassin's Creed Shadows. The stuff I did with Sweet Baby, I will never be able to talk about just because of the way that game development works. So, yeah, it's really, really weird.
Weird.
There you go. So I have a feeling that I'm going to get blamed for changes and decisions made on a game that I worked on that I didn't even know about or wasn't even aware of, not even part of it. Because when you're a consultant, they just kind of pull you in and ask you for suggestions, and whether or not those suggestions are actually taken is up to the director. It's up to the director. I think he's talking about the creative director. And people don't understand how much power a director and producer have in a studio and whether or not they will facilitate those changes. Again, just trying to make excuses for some poor decision making that really led to a lot of scrutiny on this game and a pretty decent chance that it's going to fail. What do you think, Loki? You think I'm right?
I think totally culture, I think that it's gonna be like a trash fire where I totally warm my hands by the fire because it's games burning. The industry is totally on fire culture.
I'm trying to take the likes out. Come on. I'm doing my best. Oh, man. Still later in this stream, Hashimoto revealed that the developers did not want to hire him, given he was a former Sweet Baby Inc. employee.
Oh, I wonder why.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You stuck around just long enough to find out that he told you specifically working for them is poison. If you got to this far of the video, hit the thumbs up button and, give us a comment. Well, hit the thumbs up button anyway, even if you didn't get here. Wait. How would they even know? Anyway, let's get back to that. So there are definitely jobs that I've had where people have seen the fact that I worked for Sweet Baby. I'm trying to clean him up, okay? There's way too many likes in here. And it's been a year since I've worked with them, and it's just a contractual basis when I was periodically for a couple of years. Okay, I had to take out how many likes in that? That's at least 3 likes in that sentence.
Can we know 4?
Come on.
5 likes. 5 likes in one paragraph. No, 6. There's a 5. Whatever.
I believe you, but people will literally be, hey, are we going to get harassed for hiring you? And I think that really sucks. That instead of will protect our employee, the employer, or the potential person giving you the contract will be more concerned about that than protecting their employees. Kind of messed up. See, I cleaned it all up. Can't even make fun of him there. So, Loki, do you think that in the future we're going to see more and more folks that work for the poisonous consultancy out looking for gigs and being denied because they worked for that consultancy?
If the video game industry survives, yes, we're going to see a lot of them because, the goal here has been We are going to change the way games work. We're going to change how you have fun. We are going to change, and we're going to maintain the fact that this is our game, not your game, gamers, and we're going to do whatever we want, whether you like it or not. All that's got to end if the gaming industry wants to survive into the future. It has to. Gamers aren't like just the normies. Gamers know what they want. They know when they smell a fart in a car, and they're not going to deal with it. So, and this has been one big fart in a car culture.
I agree with you, and it's pretty smelly in here. And interestingly, this appears to contradict Kim Biller's recent comments during an appearance on the Black Girl Gamers YouTube channel. She said, "I think annoying is a very good word for it because largely it doesn't materially affect our work, which means they'll just do it anyway. The vast majority of these companies already know what's going on, and they still hire us. Well, I tell you what, as these games start to come out, they will know what you're up to, and they will never hire you again or anything like you. Because there are many of these consultancy groups, Loki, and we're trying to draw attention to all of them so that game studios can make better decisions." What do you think about that?
I absolutely agree. And that whole paragraph of hers is her saying, we're not going anywhere. You're going to have to live with us. It's just how difficult we have it in our online spaces. I don't think in the next 5 years, they're going to still be operating, because after what happened with Concord, what's happened with Dustborn, what's happened with all these failures, what I think is going to happen in the future with Dragon Age Veilguard, I think they're going to go out of business, or they're going to have to completely change and revamp. And once we catch on to whatever the new company is, the new sweet baby, whatever it is, it's axes and crossbows are out, and we just won't put up with it. We won't pay for it.
Well, of course, and that's all in Minecraft, everybody. That's not in real life. But no, I mean, figuratively, we are definitely going to be more hyper aware of efforts like this so we can shut them down faster, because we need to surround gaming studios and remind them who actually pays to buy the games. Because I have to tell you, the people you're appealing to, which is nobody, they're not buying the games. And even if you have a handful of people, you can't survive with 8 to 12 players on your $400 million video game. Loki, I'm going to give you the final word. What do you think the future is like for studios that are continuing to use these kinds of services?
I think they're in trouble. We've seen it. I just quoted out 4 studios that are in serious trouble. They're losing money. They might not be around. Don't think just because, BioWare's been around forever, that EA will keep them if they are nothing but a money hole, a money pit. They'll just get rid of them and do something different. That is the way these big corporations work. Sony's learning that lesson now. For how much we've learned, Sony is in the hole for Concord, which is a giant amount if you add what they spent on the game, what they spent for Firewalk Studios. They're in a hole. And they need profits. They need to be showing everybody we can still make money. So either give the gamers what they want or keep losing money. And if you keep hiring these people to do their little shtick and say, you know what, we need to teach those gamers a serious lesson, well, they're going to pay for that serious lesson.
I agree with you 100%. But hey, it's not what I think, it's what you think. So let us know your thoughts down in the comments section below. And tell us, do you think that this type of effort is going to be around very much longer? Do you think studios are going to start reevaluating the people that they hire based on where they were employed before, or the fact that maybe they might be activists? I surely think that, but what do you think? Like I said, comments down below, and hopefully we'll follow up with you. And as we always say, get your game on.